pretty sure this isn't coming through properly, but that's okay. I will fix it if I can. Right here on your favorite YouTube channel, the Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. Here we go. I am your poorly aged sarcastic PC Witty Gamer. And that's loud. Fallen Rays, you owed me one. There may come a day when I ask you for a service. And you will perform it. But until that day comes, I want you to enjoy this gift. By the way, my Spore uninstalled itself, and so it doesn't look like there's any saved games. See the pictures of the developers? Are you excited? So I'm gonna have to start all over again. Back where life began. As we all know. We started in some primordial ooze. Choose a stage. Cell stage. Choose your diet. I'll be a carnivore. I can't even see this stuff, it's so small. God said, let there be Spore. And there was Spore. You are watching history as it really happened, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the tide pool. Throughout Spore, there are choices you make impact your future as cell your mission is to eat, grow, and evolve. Growth is measured in your progress bar below. I don't know why that music was so loud. I told it no music. This is your progress bar. As you eat, you will earn DNA points. You may spend these points on new parts to evolve your cell. Well, this isn't how evolution works. You can't just add DNA to an existing species and get something else. As you progress, you grow larger and your world expands. That is me, your little Wichita. I generally come up with nonsense names for my species until I get to know it better. Remember, this is where we all came from, people. This is science. Other cells and meteorites are the key to finding. I can't read it. When you see a new part appear, swim over to the token and collect it. Okay, well, I'm a poorly aging man. You know, I can barely read these tiny things. They need to remake this. Call a mate to enter the cell creator. Well, she's sleeping right now. I don't think she would appreciate being woken up for this. That must be my mate. Hello, mate. She's bigger than me. You can change modes in any creator by clicking on the mode button above. Wait, there's a creator? I thought this all happened by natural selection. Before return to the tide pool, stop by paint mode and spruce up with a new look. Well, I can't afford any of these parts, so why did it bring me here? I don't even know what that is. Attack and break. Yeah, well, it's the only thing I can afford. Well, I mean, I already have eyes, but... So I guess it was pointless to come here other than to get a paint job. I don't want to be painted. And that's even more hideous. That still looks very pink to me. Yep, that looks exactly like me. Description. I think I said Wicta before, but now it's Wigta. Why not? It just needed a... Tags, common, separated. I don't know what that means. Oh, this is where you put the name of it. So we can still call it Wicta and have the other thing called Wicta. Or whatever. Let's get back to evolving. I mean, it's going to take billions and billions of years, so we need to get to it. Generally, I can't even find my cursor. Speaking of cursor, I think the reason why Fallen Rays wanted me to play this was he was hoping that I would lose my patience and curse at it. I can't see my mouse! Try not to get by that big old thing. It'll probably eat us. One thing, it has more eyes than us. Remember, people, if you get killed, you will not evolve. Now see, that doesn't look like a place I want to go. Please don't eat me. It reminds me of something that happened at Disneyland. And I know about it because I got pictures of it. My mother cruelly took pictures. You know how they have the costume characters there? Well, these sadists at Disney had the big bad wolf there. And I'm going there, I'm like 3-4 years old, believing in big bad wolves and all of that, like kids do. And my mother decides she has to have a picture of me with the big bad wolf. So she takes a picture while I'm sitting there terrified, peeing in my pants saying, "Please don't eat me, Mr. Wolf. Please don't eat me." And she kept the picture, by the way. I probably shouldn't have shared that with you, but then again, nobody watches this channel. So I'd have to worry. I don't know if they still have villains in costume at Disneyland or not. I haven't been there in quite a while. And I very rarely pee my pants anymore. Although I am getting to that age where, you know, these things might revisit my life. So this is how it really happened, people. Adam and Eve, please. It was all a primordial ooze. We went around eating things until we found new body parts. And somehow we were able to just add them to our DNA. It's a miracle, really, when you think about it. I mean, look at me there. I'm doing fine. I don't have a heart. I don't have lungs. I don't have anything like that. But I'm going to evolve to be more vulnerable because I won't be able to live without a heart or lungs. Where back here, when I was not evolved, I was completely able to live without lungs. smaller than me, I can eat it. Now, I should point out that when the game came out, and I don't know if it's still true, but I think it probably is. When the game came out, some of the species you encountered were made by the game company. They didn't have AIs creating game assets back then. Not like we think of them today or anything. It was 2008. It was hot that summer. Anyway. You're gonna get killed, dude. Little Wichita or whatever you are. The other stuff that wasn't created by the game companies were actually created by the end player, the end user, that's what we were called. So like something I created in Arizona, well, I didn't live in Arizona at the time. Why are you telling lies about me? In El Paso, without me even, I don't think I had even uploaded. I think the different species I created would just show up in other people's Spore games. That's what reminded me of Please Don't Eat Me. Big critters like that actually like eating me. So you could subscribe to people's Spore creations, get random ones, have both things in the same game. Now, there's an interesting thing about this. Is I asked Fallen Rays what he would like to see on this, your favorite YouTube channel. And he said Spore. Was he trolling me? I will never know. Get away from the big guy, okay? They eat guys like you. You will not evolve if you get eaten. Leave me alone. Well, this isn't going well. So, when he told me that, I considered going back and playing Spore. Although, to be honest, I have mostly moved on from Spore. Because there are more exciting, more fulfilling things I could play. I'm about to get eaten again. And there's bottlenecks in Spore for me. So like I've had it, by the way, it looked like a Mikta with just more eyes just ate my critter. So maybe I will evolve so that I can look different from the non-Miktas out there. Well, except they're trying to eat me while I'm trying to get my chickie babe to evolve with me. So they didn't let me do that because somebody cut up to me while I was trying to get at my chickie babe. Turns out you can't evolve without somebody of the opposite gender. And it turns out, as involved as all of this is, there's still only two genders. I mean, how backwards is that? So, what I was trying to say before I was so rudely killed is that I've had this since 2008, and yet I've never gotten through all the stages of the game. Now understand the last stage, the galactic stage, was a DLC, so it didn't ship with the game. And this is back when there weren't so many DLCs. So it had to be bought separately. This is ridiculous. But I never got through the entire game from beginning to end. Because there were just, I wouldn't say it was too difficult. It started taking a really long time. And so the idea of Spore is that it has different stages. You know, obviously this stage. And there's I can't remember what the stage is called when you're first on land. Oh, I think that's a creature stage. Then there's the civilization stage. Well, when they sold it to us, they made it sound like each stage would be very elaborate, extremely involved, and all that. So, like, they convinced us that in the civilization stage, I don't know why it's not going to the page where we're supposed to breathe, because I'm using the breeding button. But anyway, one of the things that frustrated me was I was playing Civilization, you know, the Sid Meier game. And the Civilization stage in Spore is nowhere near as good as a game of Civilization. But this was supposed to be a hybrid of that. So like a full space game, like the best space games out there. A full Civilization game, like the best Civilization game that would be out there. And so I had a better Civilization game. And so the Civilization part of this game did not sit well with me. And I didn't like really going through the Civilization. It kind of started to be like work. So I stopped playing it. I mean, I think I got to the galactic part, the space part of it a couple of times, but I never got to the end of the space part of it. Not even with cheats. I don't see anything here I really like. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. It's only until we evolve anyway. Now, I had to give myself all those little legs and all that because obviously since I gave myself such a fat body, I need help. Look at that, I have a brain now. I know a lot of you don't believe that I do, but congratulations. You're on the path to sentience. When it comes to swimming and sledge, you rule the pool. When you're ready to stretch your legs in the big wide open, click the advance button. Now here's the thing. Now that I know what Spore is, if they put out a Spore remake, I would probably be all over it. You know, text I could actually read, or maybe a narrator would read to me, because I really hate reading video games. If I pay for something and it's not a book, I shouldn't have to read it. Now remember, at this point, I could evolve. I'm just looking to see if there's any other parts I want before choosing to evolve. So, unlike what evolution teaches, these creatures are choosing when to evolve, and they're adding DNA to an open system, so it's not a closed system for them. It would have to be in evolution, however, because you get all your DNA from your mother and your father, a combination of the two. So there's no system in the natural world. We're evolving, by the way. There's no system in the natural world to add new genetic material to the offspring from outside of the father and the mother. I don't see any arms. Now, especially in this next stage, you get to see these other critters that other people all around the world have created since 2008. So remember, it's been a long time. But could you imagine a version of Spore made for the 64-bit operating system, made for Windows 11? With updated graphics, a little tighter gameplay and all that. It'd be fantastic. Better looking trees. I mean, look, I kind of get it. Now, by the way, bigger text. This is ridiculous. I'm inches away from the screen right now. It is the beginning of a new day. And for you, a whole new, strange, and wondrous world. Air fills your lungs as you stretch into your limbs in your new home, dry land. The race to evolve has begun. Now, I gotta ask myself, why? Why lungs? I mean, if I was underwater, what made nature, evolution, whatever, think that I need lungs? But listen to this. Someone walked into a store last year, saw 2008's ill-fated God game, Spore, sat on a shelf, and thought to themselves, yeah, I'll have a bit of that. There were only a few games that managed to sell one single copy in 2025, and Spore somehow managed to make the cut. So, what's interesting is, this game that was not a monster hit by any stretch of the imagination is still being played on Steam right now. And for console gamers that don't know what Steam is, it's a place, it's like a backbone that runs our games. an operating system within the operating system, because the operating system is obviously going to be Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11. But there's an app in there called Steam. It has a store in there. You buy the games in there. And when you play the games, it launches through the Steam client. And so you can go in and see what games are being played the most. And Steam is still being played by a lot of people. Not me, of course, but by a lot. Kidding, of course, I'm playing it today. Welcome to land. Again, how did I not die underwater if I was evolving lungs? Perspiring minds want to know. Now you are a creature. So, okay, that goes against the whole evolution thing because, by the way, this whole game does. Have you noticed? Because in evolution, it's selection, selective breeding, all of that, and you get new species. Even though many atheists tell me you don't get new species from it, you'd actually have to because the book is called Origin of the Species. And if we're all in primordial ooze, none of the species of what was in the primordial ooze is, apes and lobsters and corn and peach trees, and rhinoceroses and dinosaurs and all that. So this process would have to create new species. Here's the problem. I just said create, of course. They're against the term intelligent design and creation, as in somebody creating life on Earth. Well, you got two problems. One is abiogenesis. So you have to figure out how the first thing that was not alive got life. Also, how the first thing without DNA got DNA, because DNA is critical to reproduction. But it's calling us creatures here. Creature means something that's created. They're from the same word. So you notice in this game we've been doing intelligent design. It's supposed to be about evolution, but we're doing intelligent design. I decided what eyes to put on my critter. I decided what legs to put on my critter. I decided what fins and all that sort of stuff to put on my critter, whether my critter was going to be an herbivore or a carnivore, and I decided the colors. So I'm the intelligent designer in this game. It's not evolution like evolution is taught. It's not random mutations. It's not selective breeding or anything like that. It's me. Now, not everybody would agree that I'm intelligent, but in trying to teach evolution, this game is all about intelligent design. To evolve, see, after it calls me a creature, it tells me in the next sentence, to evolve, you need to meet the other species on this planet and earn DNA. That's just not how evolution. I mean, it makes a nice game mechanic. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not complaining about the game. I'm just saying that's not how evolution works at all. Earning DNA makes your progress bar, moves your progress bar. Let's take a look. Now, see, if I was more evolved, I wouldn't have made that reading mistake. This bar shows your progress. Down there, you see the arrow pointing to it. It's flashing at the bottom for everybody who wants to see it. Fill it by building relationships with other species or forcing them to become extinct. Let's go to your first goal right here on your favorite YouTube channel, the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel, where you're falling in love in stereo. Again, I wish this game would evolve so that it had bigger text, easier to read. Here's where you find your objectives. Well, look at that. Those tiny little objectives up in the corner of a 4K screen. You're a carnivore, hunt prey to eat. Find a new part to evolve. Here's what you find. Here's where you find your objectives. We went over that. As the goal suggests. So, by the way, nobody is suggesting that there was a tutorial so the creatures would evolve arms, for instance. So again, this is not evolution. This is intelligent design. And parts of it are very fun, intelligent design. I know I try not to get into religion or science in my YouTube channel, but this game is literally about evolution. And of course, when I play a game literally about Jesus Christ, it's probably going to get into religion. Let's learn how to look around to find some. I already know how to do all this. I don't know why it thinks I've never played Spore before. What's this? You've discovered a new part. Imagine the cool stuff you'll find on even bigger creatures or skeletons. Are those arms? Click the mating call button below to find your mate and enter the creature creator. Now, by the way, this is also very unrealistic. I have hit my mating button so many times it's ridiculous, and guess what? No mate shows up in real life. So, not realistic. This is where you could change your look and add the parts you found in the world. Yes, I know this. Hold down the right mouse button to rotate the camera. Fine. Are you happy? Can I get on with my life now? I'm trying to evolve. I don't have a lot of time. Well, okay, I have a few billion years, but it goes fast. What's this? Ay vey. That's what they asked me last time. You met a new species. Care to make them a friend or foe? Set your stance and get ready to sing or snarl at your newfound neighbor. And another pop-up box. This is ridiculous. That's another problem with this game. And they could probably get rid of most of this stuff if they made a remaster. Your stance sets whether you will attack or play nice with another creature. Before you interact, click on the green button to make friends or the red button to make dinner. Then use each ability button. Completing the cell stage has earned you a special ability. Click this button to use it. Go get that critter. Where'd you go, critter? Well done. To the victor go the spoils. You're on your way to a bigger brain and a smarter you. Now, is this really true? If you eat a creature, do you take on their DNA and all their abilities? How many of you eaten chicken? Were you able to lay eggs afterwards? Did you have wings? Could you fly? How many of you have eaten beef? Did you eat grass afterwards? Now we do have to find. By the way, I don't know where. I don't remember how to know. Now, see, this is a different species that just looks like me, I believe. I don't know where it indicates how hungry I am or anything like that. Again, it's been a while since I've played this. I think back then I was playing it for Fallen Rays as well. Oh, one problem is I can't read my stupid map. Okay, if I go in this direction, I will get to my nest and I can add arms or something. I love that this critter's family does not come to its aid. And I love the. Did you see the eating animation? Everybody left the nest. I wanted to eat the rest of the species. Sorry, kid, it's a Martog eat Martog world out there. I can't remember what I called my species. But if I can't find more of the species I'm eating now, I can't wipe them off my planet. And I'm supposed to. Okay, there's my little love nest. Hey, honey, I'm home. Let's evolve. Hey, honey, I'm home. Let's evolve. Okay, why am I not evolving? What am I doing wrong? Hey, baby, want to evolve? I can't believe she said that to me. Wait, I'm laying eggs? A new mode to play with. Now see, right there, ending a phrase with a preposition just doesn't work. Test drive. Try your creature out before returning to the planet. Whoa, oh. Now, I don't remember how to do it, but I could make this thing stand upright somehow. That ain't it, but you're supposed to be arms, not legs. Fine, I'll just remove them. You happy now? Okay, so we can go to test mode. Let's look at test mode. Okay, that is a Wicta. It's a safety dance. Okay, we're done with. Yeah, we're gonna keep your color, your true color, shining through. Spoiler alert, I'm not gonna get through the creature stage in this video. This game, as far as I could tell, was not intended for like single session play. So you notice we're free will creatures, even though we're supposed to be evolving through random selection. Because we're choosing, you know, which parts to add. We find the parts, but we're choosing which ones of them. So, I mean, if we find legs we don't want, for instance, we just don't attach them. That's not evolution. These guys look way too much like me, but they're much higher level too, so I don't want to mess with them. Now, while I'm shooting this, I'm actually rendering video of something else I shot. And I've got a whole bunch of videos ready to upload. So that if you get tired of Spore or Oblivion or whatever, this isn't an anti-Spore spiel. If you get tired of one thing, there's all the others you could go to. Now see, they don't exactly look too friendly. You guys are pink and fat. So that's armored bones. These guys are way too evolved for me as well. A long, long time ago, in a primordial ooze far away, Now, eventually, I want to evolve to be an herbivore. I mean, a omnivore, because then it'll be more like my real life. I eat anything. Okay, he's saying he wants something to eat. Well, what looks good to you? Hopefully something that's not insanely more powerful than you. Oh, they're 32, level 32, and we're like, are we 10? I don't remember. It's so hard to see the things on the screen, especially if you're poorly aging. I don't know how to figure out who to attack if I don't know what my level is. See, I used to play this in a much lower resolution, and so all the right things showed up at the right time. Let's just get killed. You were killed in battle. When wounded, retreat to your nest to heal. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to heal from that. Just from the whole death thing. Just, death is not something we heal from. I mean, I didn't mean to end a sentence in a preposition. Death is not something from which we heal. Heal boy! Heal boy! Imagine if this game were real. We see a critter and we want what they have, and so we like eat a giraffe, and now we got giraffe DNA. So we have insanely long necks. Are you going right back to where you just got killed, dude? Oh, that's right. You haven't got a brain. I mean, you got a tiny, tiny brain. Maybe they moved on. Maybe they'll be safe. Again, I don't know what level we are, so this is foolhardy. Okay, well, now I know I'm a lot lower than him because he was like 20 something and I was at 8, so I probably started at 10. Hello, let me have your DNA. See, even their smallest critters are more powerful than us. When will I ever learn? When will we ever learn? I wanna be a mammal. So, I think the other video is done rendering. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna beg you to subscribe to the channel because I always do that. I'm gonna ask you to leave non-threatening, non-profane comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that notification button so that you get notified when I upload a video to the U and the tube. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll do more Spore if, if people respond to this. I don't even know if Fallen Razor's going to watch it. So, people are the worst, really, when you think about it. Think about it, won't you? You can't even read the credits. You would think they would want, their own names to be seen better. James Dong, Project Manager IT, Steve Ang, Development Director, Core Engineer. I think it's going by too fast too. Henry Goffin, Software Engineer, Core Engineer, and Graphic Systems and Pipelines. Umari Yalos, Artist. Just says artist. Doesn't even tell us what kind of artist. But anyway, these are the credits to Spore, not Score. Score would be a completely different kind of game. Although, if you want to evolve, you're probably going to have to score. But let's not get into that too much because then Fallen Rays will object to the video. Wow, a lot of people worked on this. No wonder folks are still playing it. How many more years of credits are there that people probably can't even read? Right here on your favorite YouTube channel, the poorly aging, sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. Paul Terry was the software engineer for gameplay. Bill Willis was development director for the Creature Creator. There's an extended Spore team. That would be Bill, Bean Gordon, Jason Haber, Jeb Havens, and Virginia MacArthur. Then there were a bunch of interns. I wonder if the interns were paid. Okay, I'm going to get a headache trying to read these credits, and then I won't be able to play. What was that game I was playing with the sensitivity warning? I mean, most of them has sensitivity warnings nowadays to be politically correct and all that, and they don't want to be sued if you have a seizure. But the one I was reading the seizure warning on, oh, it was the Cowboy Life Simulator beta. So I am a beta cowboy with a simulated life or something. I don't know. I'm probably going to go back to that game too. It's just, you know, today I worked on, well, 3 games I can think of, and there's probably more that I can't think of right now. No, 4 games. So I did some WWE stuff. Don't hit me so hard. And I did Cowboy whatever simulator. I'm doing Spore right now, and before that, I did 3D text adventure, remember? So they're trying to remake Infocom games as graphics adventures rather than text adventures. You may not know that because these videos don't always release in the order played right here on your favorite YouTube channel, the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. Sometimes I release them in the order played, sometimes I don't. It depends on when I think people will be looking for particular things. Also known, if you didn't want to just say particular things without having two different words, the Kitchenary would say the proper term for this is particulosity. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I have my own dictionary. I call it the Kitchenary. My own words. I have a friend. Well, is he my friend really? Fallen Race, is he my friend? I'm not asking if Fallen Race is my friend. I'm asking about the other dude. So Ed J, for instance, who, by the way, told me last night he does not watch the Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel. So, right? How friendly could he be? Anyway, he redefines English words. So, for instance, he'll say a lie is anything somebody says that isn't true. Now, the dictionary says that you have to have the intent to deceive. So, like, if I know you're in California and it's summer and you live down by the beach, and I were to say something like, you're barefoot today, well, you might be wearing regular shoes. But I wasn't trying to deceive you. I mean, how could I deceive you about what you're wearing on your own feet? You know what you're wearing on your feet. So if I say, hey, you're barefoot, or you're wearing sandals, and you're not, you're wearing regular shoes, I haven't lied to you. I told you something I thought was the truth, and it turned out not to be true. So it's still untrue, but it isn't a lie. Webster says that a lie is something that's untrue by somebody who meant to deceive. They have to have the intent to deceive for it to be a lie. And Ed J he's really not consistent with this because he says a liar isn't someone who tells a lie. A liar is somebody who intends to deceive with what they say. But everybody knows a liar is somebody who told a lie. The great Ray Comfort, when he does those videos, says, how many lies have you told? Then, you tell him, I don't know, quite a lot. And he says, what's that make you? And everybody says, a liar. There's nobody other than Ed J in the world that doesn't think telling a lie makes you a liar. So my point is, it's not to put Ed J down. He's a nice enough guy sometimes. It's to say he's redefined English words to give them definitions only he uses, which makes it very, very difficult to communicate with other human beings. What I do is I use English. I'm speaking in English right now. Now, if in the years to come, through the magic of AI and YouTube, a match made in heaven, you're hearing this in Spanish, French, whatever, I gave it in English. And my point is, rather than taking English words and redefining them so that I have my own definitions of all the English words and I can't communicate with anybody, what I do is I come up with whimsical words that make sense to me, and I put them in the Kitchenery. Like, there's a level for a degree of everything, like the degree of force that you have against gravity is called your weight. There's a degree for all sorts of things, but there isn't for how tired you are. So I invented tyridosity, meaning the level of tiredness. So if like 100 is in a coma, where are you on the scale at any particular time during the day? When you're at 50, do you drink more coffee or do you go take a nap? See, tyridosity is very important. I'm a groundbreaker. I'm helping the world through the humble Kitchenery. I think we're getting down to the bottom. By the way, there's more people involved in making this game than making most big uh, budget um, movies. I mean, the reason I've been rambling and yambling and all of that is just waiting to get to the bottom of the list. Now, if this game is owned by EA, EA still exists. So I don't see a reason they couldn't remake it. If it was developed by a company that doesn't exist now, sometimes you can buy the rights from the people who create it. I mean, because somebody has to own it. So sometimes you can buy the rights to make a remake, a remaster, something newer from an old thing. I wish they'd do that with the game The Movies, and I definitely wish they would do it with the game Spore. Have you ever seen the game Spore? You know what? I should play Spore someday. Thank you for giving me that great idea. You've been watching the Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel right here on the U and the Tube. The Poorly Aged Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer channel, where you're falling in love in stereo.